Spend a lot of our time talking about a certain convicted felon.
Somebody said, how do you live?
Yeah, somebody said, how do you live? That somebody? His doctor.
It's not every day you get a chance to take a selfie with a convicted felon who can't control his gas.
The 7 weeks of the trial, only Eric regularly showed up. I'm here, Dad.
This is hard work.
Yes, no, listen. I am doing hard work. I'm standing. You're willing to stand out in the desert listening to some maniac ramble until your skull bursts open like a pan of Jiffy Pop. He sent out a fundraising email with the subject, haul out the guillotine.
You know, they were so worried. Everybody was so worried yesterday about you. And they never mentioned me.
Not to mention, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm pointing to that guy right there. Might detect a subtle note of mob violence there.
The goal.
Where the hell was his family? Notably absent has been Melania Trump. She has not released any public statements about the trial, and she never showed up in court. Even though on the day of the verdict, she was in Manhattan.
Stephen, it is great to be back on your show.
You actually sound a lot like Melania Trump.
What? No, me?
Because it could be just a fine.
Oh, yes. A fine could be fine.
Wait. Or he might go to jail. Being on the jury must have led to hard feelings between you and your husband.
Oh, please, Stephen. I haven't felt anything hard between us for years.
All right, screw Stormy, marry Melania, and Eric. Before presidential election is fast approaching. Convicted felon Donald Trump needs all the campaign cash he can get. So beautiful. Reminds me of Shakespeare's famous sonnet. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Buick LeSabre, I love you. Followed by the heartwarming sentiment, red MAGA hats. Top folks Trump is considering include Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance, and Tim Scott. And we have a copy of the first question. Complete the following chant. Hang your name here. Info from a select group of Republicans by sending them vice presidential vetting paperwork. One notable name not on the list is South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. She tried her best. She begged. Trump's buddies on the Supreme Court are having a bit of trouble right now, starting with conservative grandpa listening to you talk about your gender studies major.
Hey folks, today's show about Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert recently collaborated to mock the Trumps on their own shows. They have brought Trump's legal troubles and his troubled relationship with Melania to light with their hilarious.
You're a Supreme Court justice. You're not supposed to be thinking about what side someone is on. You're supposed to decide cases. Impartial. Justice has a blindfold and a scale, not 3D glasses and a popcorn bucket. Claiming he inadvertently omitted the trips on his previous reports. Hey, no, it wasn't a lie. Thomas amended his 2019 disclosure form, acknowledging he should have disclosed those free trips from his billionaire donor. The reason to be good is because of heaven. That's like a kid saying, if it's not for the elf on the shelf.
I'll start with Lisa in Florida. She says, which Democrat, dead or alive?
Dead. I choose dead. Do you understand how hypotheticals work? So the Democrat you'd be willing to sit down with is a guy who's no longer a Democrat, who you used to meet with and now refuse to ever speak to again.
Weird thing about Donald Trump, and people should be concerned about he's a...
I can say, some would go with him, of course, people who work in what he does, some of them. But it's just, he's a classic bully.
And there are a lot of different facets to his personality. Literally, in the same interview with Time Magazine, he'll say two things.
He's already, again, telling everyone what he intends to do. What he intends to do is this as a repeat.
Whoever the people are who want to vote for him, and they look like intelligent people around there. So, for some reason, it can't be.
Destroy our democratic republic and turn it into an autocracy for his benefit.
Donald Trump in 2018 infamously opted not to visit the graves of American soldiers in France because he didn't want to get his hair wet. And also, he called them suckers and losers. That's not a joke. They gave their lives in defense of American freedom. They are in our hearts today and for all time, which I agree with and would even be somewhat moved by.
Many members of Trump's inner circle were found to be dishonest, as revealed by Bannon's convention. It is evident that Trump's fan base is rapidly dwindling as Kimmel and Colbert mock his unpredictable conduct, Trump displayed aggressive and illegal conduct during his presidency, as is proven by Bannon's downfall. By choosing potentially running mates, Trump has downright tendency align himself with supporters who previously rejected him. Kimmel not only highlights the ridiculousness of their predicament but also criticizes the lack of honesty displayed by Trump's supporters and highlights the irony of their decisions. This is proven by the president's fruitless attempt to manipulate the American people. Al Jazeera reports that President Trump has already attempted to discredit the court system and threatened punishment. His claims of political persecution attempt to get Melania back into the spotlight. Trump took to extraordinary measures such as accepting an award at the ceremony honoring her at Mar-a-Lago Club. His increasing erratic behavior is a sign of emotional and public persona collapse that Trump is experiencing as his legal difficulties deepen. Trump is running for president while serving a life sentence. Kimmel exposes how absurd his situation is. The apparent paradox highlights the disparity in American politics and the persistence of Trump's Republican Party backing in spite of his legal troubles. The seriousness of the issue, as Trump claims to do, her comments emphasize just how bad it is. At issue here are the risks that might arise from Trump's aspiration for public office. The question made by Kimmel and the honest answer provided by Harris demonstrated the hypocrisy of previous president interested in joining the fight to keep democracy alive, keep fascism out of the White House. If you are someone who is tired of the lies of flat out disgusting behavior of certain politicians, join our mission by subscribing New York. Please share your thoughts in comment box.